So, the final chapter of Guillermo del Toro's Terrace of Arcadia has arrived. One could say that it's the Avengers Endgame of this entire story. Now, I have a lot of thoughts on the movie as well as the overall story throughout the shows, but I wanted to save that for another day where I watch Trollhunters, Three Below Wizards, and Rise of the Titans, and then do like a giant video or maybe even a video series breaking down the characters, talking about the story, the lore, and everything else, including the novels and stuff like that. But today, I wanted to jump right into spoiler territory and share my thoughts on the ending. So, what happened at the end of Rise of the Titans? After Jim acquires the rebuilt amulet, his fight against Belrock continues, but even with his newfound power, the wizard still seems to be stronger than him, and is about to complete the plan and unite with the Heartstone. That's when Toby drives in with the taco truck, using the anti-magic ray to cut Belrock's magic off, giving Jim the opportunity to kill them. During the aftermath, where we see everyone celebrating on their victory, it's revealed that Toby had been crushed by debris, which I should have seen coming, considering how supportive Toby was in this, like with him talking about how it was him and Jim in the beginning and it'll be them at the end. I'm pretty sure they said that a few times, so I guess they were foreshadowing that. And we already had a few deaths in this anyway, so I guess it isn't surprising, but at the same time it is, you know? After Toby dies, Jim then takes the time stone out of the chronosphere, then uses the stone to travel back to the morning of the day he found the amulet. Still having all his memories of the previous timeline, Jim continues from that moment forward to begin a relationship with Claire, introduce his mother to Strickler, and basically make sure that the people in his life are happy, with him living the best life he can, with the foresight that he has. Which includes him to inform Toby to take the canals home, which he does, leading Toby to find the amulet this time around. I really enjoyed this Tales of Arcadia adventure. To see these characters grow and change from what they were at the beginning and their introductions to now, it's just, I've watched Trollhunters about 3 times and everything else once, but I do want to just have spend a weekend and just watch the whole thing through. According to Mike Guggenheim, in an interview with Collider, they didn't want an anticlimactic ending where the main characters went off to college, and decided on a timeline reset because it could avoid again an anticlimactic ending and allow them to reset the universe, although they didn't want the audience to feel cheated, so they decided to make sure all of the events in the original timeline still happened, and Jim remembered those events to make sure that the ending wasn't a cop-out. So that's fine. End a story in a way that will please not only the creators but the fans as well. But I just have one question. Why Toby? I mean, out of everyone Jim's met from the first episode of Trollhunters to the end of Titans, he chose Toby to be the Troll Hunter. I can understand like Jim not wanting to be a troll hunter anymore because he's lived that life and he knows what living that kind of life can do to a person. But the way I see it, and I know they're best friends, but anyone is way more competent to be the troll hunter than Toby. If anyone, get Claire to do it. She's the most logical choice next to Jim. Like, lead Eli to the canal. Or freaking Steve. Get Steve to do it. But Toby, though? Also, Jim, I feel like, again, I know he probably doesn't want to be a troll hunter anymore. But he's probably an even more better candidate because he has all those skills and all those memories. So he'll know, how to use what he has, the skills that he has a lot more better this time around, I don't know. I just feel like first day on the job and Toby's dead. Like, he gets eaten by goblins or he accidentally gets stepped on. Also, it's the amulet that chooses the troll hunter. So there's two questions here. Why Jim picked Toby, and why did the amulet pick Toby? My little analysis or theory, whatever you want to call it, is that because of his knowledge on what could or would happen, Jim just wants his best friend to have a better and fun life. I don't know. Maybe because of timelines and magical connections, the amulet chose Jim this time again. But since Jim didn't go to the canal, the only way to get to him now is through Toby. Basically using Toby as a delivery system. I know this is the last part in the story, but maybe further down in this new timeline, once these characters get to the point where the wizards are involved, something even worse happens and Jim uses the chronosphere to go back and become a troll hunter again, or pick someone else, because I just can't. Again, I can't see Toby as a troll hunter. I'm not saying that I hate Toby. I don't. I really enjoy Toby's character. I can't see him as a troll hunter. Again, I feel like it'll be another Unkar the Unfortunate situation. Like, first night out and he dies. But besides all that, all the timeline reset stuff, there is one thing in this besides the ending that I wanted to talk about just a little bit. I mean, I'm not gonna talk about it. I'm just gonna want to mention it. I would have liked to see Jim meet his father, or have his father just show up for whatever reason, and have them just have a conversation about why exactly he left. I know Barbara basically said his father was just a shitty person and that's it. But I feel like they mentioned him enough to the point where he should have made some kind of appearance. And I feel like they did the same thing in Luca, where Alberto's father was absent, and then they were just like, oh yeah, he just got up and left. That's it. And I get that, it's realistic, as someone who has gone through a similar situation, I understand, but in terms of a story, I don't know. I don't know. I just want more,
Which happens, Dad's leave. No need to be a pussy about it. Here's what I need.
But yeah, those are my thoughts on the Rise of the Titans ending. I haven't heard any other fans' feelings on the movie and the ending and the overall story. So if you want, leave your opinions in the comments. I really want to know what people think about the whole timeline reset. Again, I want to do more videos on Trollhunters, from like theories and just explaining the lore. So this is just the first video of many to come. So thank you all for watching. Leave a like if you want, and I'll see you when I see you.